Greetings everyone, this is First Centurion 753 with another episode of the Rise of the Russian Bear campaign. Using a new microphone, so I'm hoping this sounds okay. Last episode, we increased our popularity up to 84%. This was done through laws that were passed, improving purchasing power. And I believe the law was a income tax across the board. This turn, first step is going to be to deploy some more spy networks. I realized after watching throughout the week that I forgot to deploy spy networks in a few strategic states, and the first one being Finland and possibly Sweden. This looks like a possible area of expansion, actually, Finland and Sweden. I don't know about Finland, but I don't know about Sweden, but definitely Finland. Finland and Russia have had historic tensions with each other. And there was the 1939 Winter War, I believe, between Finland and Russia prior to World War II. Also, Finland had sent troops to participate in Operation Barbarossa in 1941, I believe, which was the Nazi Germany invasion of the Soviet Union. Something like 3 million troops. With troops coming from not only Finland and Germany, but also Hungary, Romania. I think there might have also been some Italian troops. So a lot of countries participated in that. So we're going to initiate some spy networks. And neither Finland nor Sweden are part of NATO. I don't know if I just mentioned that or not. But not being part of NATO opens them up for Russian expansion. So let's go under the Secret Service menu again, and we are infiltrating 2 Russian groups. Looks like they are infiltration in progress there. It said terrorist infiltrations in progress, so we're waiting for those. And it's time to create some new networks here. So let's take a look at Finland. Yes, there we go. I forgot to do that. So we will initiate a network of agents with 5 agents initially. Gonna go ahead and send another 5 agents to Sweden. And let's also send some, I think I forgot to send some to Mongolia. That's another area of expansion, possibly for the Russians. Alright, so 3 new spy networks underway. And that's check 1 on my list. Next, we want to set up international meetings with 2 potential allies. Serbia, for sure. We'll have a meeting request with them. Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th. And let's also send a meeting request to Montenegro. Again, Montenegro is neutral right now, but we're seeking them as a potential ally, so I want to establish some trade agreements with them to improve relations, and then we'll go after the alliance. And by doing that, we can contain NATO's expansion east and prevent them from gaining complete control over the Adriatic Sea. This will be good access to Serbia as well, militarily. Ideally, I want to set up some military bases, possibly air bases in Serbia, and get a naval base down here in Montenegro. And that will begin spreading the Russian influence into the Balkan region. Greece is another country that's a country that really doesn't like us. But as was mentioned last time, hey, Elfions, how you doing? Not much, just really introduction so far. I got a new microphone. Let me know how it sounds. All I did was set up spy networks in Finland, Sweden, and Mongolia. So, possible expansion into Scandinavia, and I've set up meetings in Montenegro and Serbia for possible expansion into the Balkan regions. Now let's go ahead and start the clock here. The other thing I want to do is look into industry. And to industry, I've done some industrial analysis through the past week, and there's pretty much two industries that are essential with a lot of the industries that we want to get involved in. And I want to try to expand my weapons production, as well as a number of industries. And electronic components, if you look here, sectors, these are the sectors that are involved in the production process of electronic components. But electronic components are involved in a lot. Electronic components and steel are involved in a lot of different industries, so we're going to go ahead and exonerate the electronic components here. Alright, public authorities offer tax and social contribution exemption to help the sector experiencing financial difficulties. We want this sector to continue to expand. So we're going to go ahead and exonerate the taxes here because the areas that they support, the sectors that they support, we want to grow those sectors. So it was electronic components as well as steel. This is involved in a lot of production, especially the naval construction, all different ships and everything that you're going to build. And we're going to have to probably exonerate these industries as well. But actually, steel and electronic components right now do have a pretty good balance. I think we have a surplus of both, but I'm going to go ahead and exonerate them anyways. Alright, Estonia. Alright, that... Alright, Elfions, that's another Baltic state that we're infiltrating there. Changing the other half. Excuse me. Let's face it, buddy, men aren't designed to have just one partner in life. Oh, man. I don't know what this guy is trying to get me to do here. Very notions of making vows can help improve public perception of me. Making vows. So, is that something about marriage there? I don't know. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is I think I'm gonna go ahead and take your recommendation there, Elfions, and I'm gonna go ahead and look for that healthcare reform. Estonia is not a Baltic state? Okay. They're traitors. Okay. But I think I am gonna go ahead and do that healthcare reform anyways. I know that you said not to cut anything, but we do have a little bit of a deficit, and I was thinking if let's see, I tried this with Italy actually during the week, and it actually saved me like $15 billion in the deficit. So let's see, if I cut, that's not really as much. Wow. That's really not that much. Like when I did it with Italy, I saved tons of money. And reimbursements for prescriptions. See if we can cut that. That's a lot of cuts. Now, going down to the bottom, fighting against orphan diseases. That really doesn't cost much. Fighting against genetic diseases doesn't cost anything. Fighting against cancer. That didn't cost much. Fight against AIDS. That didn't cost much, and this is going to save us tons of money. Yeah, I am gonna increase the wealthy tax, but I think I'm gonna do that once the economy gets on track. I want it to sort of get started again. Right now we have negative economic growth, so once we get into the positive economic growth, I think I'll start taxing the rich. Yeah, I mean, I tried it. Like I said, I tried it with Italy. It only cost me like 7% popularity, and I have a ton of popularity here. And I got a lot of people on my side when I did this. Vaccination services. See, this stuff is all pretty cheap. That, I think, gets the oldest person in the country on your side. This stuff is very cheap. Emergency departments. Maternity, that gets women. And that was nothing. Occupational medicine. That didn't cost anything. Modernization of medical equipment. This might cost something. So I might... This stuff looks so cheap. This is cheap. Coverage for maternity leave. That was a little more expensive. Alright. So, how about I give back this one? I mean... I'm gonna give this a shot, I think. It's risky. I'm nervous. Alright, let's give it a shot. I guarantee I'm gonna get so many groups to support me after this. There's gonna be a dip. It's gonna cost me probably like 10 points popularity. But we cut the deficit. It was like we had a $40 billion deficit, and then we just cut it $2 billion. I guess that's not that much. In Italy, it was much more. It was like $15 billion that I saved. Alright, so I am definitely going to tax. I am going to put that tax on the rich. I checked out the billionaires too. The left-wing billionaire in Italy actually improved its opinion of us. Alright, look at this. This is huge. That is huge. Why is public finance negative? Alright, so I just want to go through these things. Let's see here. That is a ton of support right there from the women's rights president. This is human sharing and solidarity. They're way up. Traffic is still an issue. I gotta do something about traffic. Deficit requires attention. Okay. Montenegro cell. I forgot I sent one to Montenegro. Interesting. Good point about Italy. Okay. And Serbia. Alright. Sounds good. Alright, so I think we made our healthcare reforms here. Budget. I want to look at the budget. So, oh wow, look at that. 470 billion. Where is the deficit? Budget deficit, that looks like it went up. That's because of the tax cuts. So yeah, we probably are going to have to tax the rich. I agree. But like I said, I do want the economy to get going again before I do that. Good job. Oldest person in the country. Okay, thanks, Granny. Alright, so Russia's information here. Bulgaria cell operational. I forgot I sent somebody to Bulgaria. Okay, inflation's still high. Look at this growth. That's what's killing me. I need the economy to expand. So, you think we do have an excess? Is that what you're saying? Alright, structural deficit. Alright, well, if we have an excess, then we're pretty much good, right? We don't have to... Alright. One other thing I wanted to look at. Let's see here. Actually, with this particular episode, I'm probably going to put a cut in right now because it's been going on for about 20 minutes. So I'm definitely going to keep live streaming. But just an overview for this episode. Healthcare reform seems to have been successful. And we have meetings set up with Serbia and Montenegro. And some of our spy cells are becoming operational. So that's an end for the episode here. I'm going to put a cut in, and YouTube live streamers, we're going to keep going.